Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask, Heidi. It is Monday. It's the 31st of July. It's the last day of the month.
Isn't
Ranger.
that hard to believe?
Yeah, no kidding. World Ranger Day today. National Avocado Day today. National Mutt Day. Is a mutt just any dog that's more than one breed? So would our dog officially be a mutt?
I think she's probably technically a mutt.
Yeah, because our dog is, what is she again?
Maltese and Pomeranian.
And like 1% wolf or something. She's just vicious. No,
Yeah.
she's not really. She's probably a mutt. And she's an adorable mutt. And I love my little mutt. National Raspberry Cake Day today as well. Have I ever had raspberry cake?
I love raspberry.
Have I ever had raspberry cake? It sounds really good. I bet I would like it. If I haven't, I'm sure I would. It's also a Movie Star Monday, and my guest is Johnny Strong from Black Hawk Down, from the Fast and the Furious franchise. He's got a new military action film that came out recently called War Horse 1. Thing that's cool about this, in addition to him being like an amazing actor, this film is his directorial debut. So, going to chat with him all about that coming up.
Give yourself a little credit.
It's more important than ever to have a better credit card. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit. Go ahead and switch to bettercreditcards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. A new poll says 58% of parents are already looking forward to the 2023-2024 school year. They're like, I can't wait for summer.
Time to go back to school yet?
This was parents, by the way. Also, 66% feel that it's going to be better than last year. You can decide for yourself what that means, I guess. But the survey found, on average, parents are setting aside $225 for back-to-school shopping. Conducted by U.S. One Poll, the survey found 39% of parents plan to start back-to-school shopping for their child. They planned to start before July. So this is the last day of the month. There were several that planned a month ago to start back-to-school shopping.
Well, if you want the best selection on bags and stuff, you almost have to start early.
Heidi didn't even flinch when I said that. She is currently shopping for children that nobody's even announced that they're pregnant yet.
That's
Heidi,
true.
Seriously, we'll be in a store and she's like, "This is adorable." I'm like, "Who's that for?" She goes, "I'm getting this. Baby clothes." I'm like, "Why?" Because somebody's going to have a baby someday.
I have
I'm
a
like,
baby clothes room.
Oh, my goodness. Why do we have... We were moving. They were like, "Oh, you guys expecting a baby?" No, we're not. All right. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by GenesisGoldIRA.com. Heidi, did you know that scientists have come up with a way to make common painkillers like acetaminophen and ibuprofen from pine trees?
Oh.
Yeah, currently they use crude oil, but various pharmaceutical drugs are being created now using chemicals that come from crude oil, and these researchers say it poses a significant threat to sustainability efforts as the world is attempting to reduce emissions and we're trying to get away from that.
Yeah, so does deforestation.
Yeah, you would think so. Well, that's replenishable, I guess. The new chemicals are derived from a component of turpentine, which comes from pine trees. It is a waste byproduct from the paper industry.
Oh, okay.
So they're saying this is something that, we're not using anyway, so let's just use it and make some painkillers. So,
all right.
I don't know. It's kind of fascinating. I had never even thought about that, but I guess, now I have thought about it, and it's interesting. We don't know everything, but now we know this. Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by InsuranceChicken.com. Peyton Manning and Netflix are searching for more quarterbacks to profile in a second season of their NFL docuseries. Manning, who is the executive producer of Quarterback, it's got a whole bunch of different people. Patrick Mahomes, Kirk Cousins, like a ton of people on here. I'm not even going to say because I'll mess up a name because I'm not a sports guy.
Then you won't sound smart.
But anyway, they're working on that right now. Jamie Foxx has spoken out for the first time about his medical emergency.
I saw
Said
that.
he wasn't sure he was even going to make it. He was pretty concerned. There's an Instagram video. I've got a link to that if that's something you're interested in. And Star Trek is no stranger to music. If you're a fan, you know Starfleet officers are not afraid to break into song from time to time. But apparently in Picard, there's music where they just start singing. And this season, Star Trek Strange New Worlds, it's going to go even further with a full-blown musical episode. Heidi's a huge fan of musicals.
I cannot handle
What's
musicals.
That? Oh, that's right. You don't like them. That episode, 9 of Season 2, is set to premiere August 3rd, so it'll be here soon on Paramount+. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.
How much do you pay for your cell phone every month? If that's more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current one. Whether you're a fan of iPhones or Samsung, they both work well with Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com.
Now, your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. We could talk about this for hours, Heidi.
Okay.
It's time to answer the age-old question. What is healthier for you, hot dogs or hamburgers? If you were going to just guess, which one would you think hamburgers?
I think hamburgers.
If you're sitting with other people right now, let's start the conversation. What do you think is healthier for you according to this? Hamburgers or hot dogs? Everybody lock in their answer. You said hamburgers, you thought?
I said hamburgers.
Then I'll say hot dogs, just, so that way we each take a side. Well, according to Ben Schuff, a licensed dietitian nutritionist and a director of nutrition at Bayan Chicago, in a head-to-head comparison, you can much more easily choose a healthier option in hamburgers relative to hot dogs, simply because hot dogs are, by nature, a significantly processed product without quality meats for the vast majority of products, they say. So there might be some hot dogs that are better, but they're saying most of them is just like, hey, here's all the extra stuff that doesn't go anywhere else. Let's make some hot dogs.
Yep.
A burger, by the way, is made with lean meat and loaded with veggies. If you do that, it can offer a better balance of protein, healthy fats, and nutrients. So they're also talking about toppings. If you put lettuce and I don't know what else.
Tomato,
chocolate syrup. No, you don't do that?
No.
I don't know. I'm not sure what you put on there. Anyway, on the other hand, hot dogs, they say, are lower in calories and fat, though. So the bad news, Schuff summarized by saying both hamburgers and hot dogs are hypercaloric foods with higher saturated fat relative to other sources of meat. But most experts agree enjoying hamburgers or hot dogs is part of a balanced diet, and it is an occasional summer indulgence, and they say that is just perfectly fine. So
occasional.
Yeah, occasional. So that it's, don't do it every day. Don't do it all the time. But if you do it once in a while. So did you feel like you learned anything from that little story I just read?
No, I did not.
Are you going to change anything in your life based on the story I just read?
No, I'm not.
All right, my job here is done. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.
Why did the chicken cross the road? To save money on insurance at InsuranceChicken.com. Do you have the best plan for you? Find out at InsuranceChicken.com. Let's face it, we don't even want insurance. We need it. But you don't need to overpay. Head over to InsuranceChicken.com to see your rates from several different companies. All available in one place at InsuranceChicken.com. The other guys have a gecko, a duck, and an emu. Why not a chicken? InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Thank you for listening to The John and Heidi Show on a Movie Star Monday. Our guest today, Johnny Strong from Black Hawk Down, from the Fast and the Furious franchise, and now he's got his own film that he's the writer and the director. It's called War Horse 1. Now, you've done some war films in the past. You've done a lot of fun films. The people that you're working with on this film, are they people you've worked with in the past or a whole new crew?
I've worked with a few people that I invited on this project before, but this is actually just kind of marks the first time that I've written and directed and starred and scored a picture.
So this film is like all you. That's really cool, Johnny.
Well, I wouldn't say all me. Like, Making a film takes a village, but I really wanted to keep that a very small village. Because, in every village, there's a couple idiots. So you try to minimize that type of situation, which, and I can tell you, unfortunately, even when you have a small village, there's still some idiots. But I'm so very blessed to have a lot of the people who did an amazing job. A friend of mine, Michael Sowers, who plays one of the SEAL chiefs, and he was a tactical advisor on the film. James Shill's an amazing actor, and Raj Kalla is an amazing actor. So a lot of great people involved, and Operator Films produced it and did an amazing job. So it was a fantastic event.
So let's talk about the storyline for your new film, War Horse 1.
During the American military withdrawal of Afghanistan, a lot of civilians, including some American civilians, were trying to escape the country as the Taliban was taking over. And there was a family of missionaries that was helping some of the translators that the Americans were using during the war to escape the country. And on their way out, they get lost trying to find the border. And a group of Navy SEALs, development group operators, are tasked with going to rescue this family. During the rescue mission, their helicopter is shot down, and one of the operators is thrown from the fuselage of the aircraft and survives the crash. And he's the only survivor of his team. And he continues his mission to find this family and finds them. And unfortunately, they were involved in an ambush, and the only survivor is a 5-year-old girl.
Oh, wow.
So his is now to escort this girl through the Afghan wilderness and get her to safety.
That sounds amazing. So, Johnny, is this based on a true story?
It's a work of fiction, but a lot of elements of the story are things that inspired by events that I've heard of throughout the last 20 years of the war in Afghanistan and Iraq and things like that. And you could take any element of the story, whether it be an operator surviving, getting shot out of a helicopter, or families trying to escape Afghanistan and being killed by the Taliban. So really a lot of real life events that I kind of sewed together into a work of fiction.
Again, the film just recently came out. It's called War Horse 1. And, of course, Johnny's in the movie, but you're also the writer and the director. And is that the first time you've done all of these different roles for a movie like this, Johnny?
Yeah, this is the first one. I did a film 20 years ago called Black Hawk Down, where I was one of the actors in the film. And it was a profound and moving experience for me to make something that was really meaningful.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially in the entertainment business, there's not a lot of that. There's some, but not a lot. And I wanted to get back to that. I wanted to get back to creating things that had meaning, or even being a part of things that had meaning. And you'll find yourself waiting around a lot for other people to do that. So instead of waiting around, I decided to be proactive about it. And I woke up one morning and said, you know what, I'm just going to make my own movie.
I love that you did that, Johnny. Thank you for doing that. Also, thank you for chatting with us all about it today.
Yes, absolutely. I appreciate it.
Again, our guest today, Johnny Strong, on this Movie Star Monday. His new film is out. It's called War Horse 1. I've got a link to the trailer and a way you can see it as well on Amazon Prime. I'll link to all of that in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Give yourself a little credit.
It's more important than ever to have a better credit card. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit. Go ahead and switch to bettercreditcards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
If you could produce a sound louder than 1,100 decibels, you would create a black hole and destroy the galaxy.
Oh, my.
So let's not try that, okay? Is there somebody out there working on that right now? Let's stop.
Somebody better lock Mariah Carey up.
That's funny. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
1 in 10,000 clovers has 4 leaves. So if you're looking for a 4-leaf clover,
Yeah, it's pretty rare.
you're going to find one. I know you do. I didn't know that for the first 20 years we were married. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
On land, a tortoise can move as fast as 1 mile per hour. Speed demons. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The doctor who discovered that hand washing prevents diseases was thrown in a mental institution for his crazy idea.
Oh.
Yeah. And
Poor
our final
guy.
fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
In 75 years, the human heart pumps enough blood to fill an oil tanker 46 times.
Oh, that's crazy,
Yeah,
isn't it?
That's amazing. Several fun facts. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of Mintervention.com. Question, Heidi. Experts say the best time to do this is at 8:45 a.m. What is it?
I don't know.
Mow your lawn. Yeah, 8:45 a.m. is the best time to do that.
Best
And
for the grass or best
for you?
For who?
For the grass, for your neighbors, for everybody. Unless, of course, it's raining, then don't do that. All right, that is the Mint Mobile question of the day. Comes your way, courtesy of Mintervention.com.
How much do you pay for your cell phone every month? If that's more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current one. Whether you're a fan of iPhones or Samsung, they both work well with Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com.
Now, some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. South Park watchers will know exactly what I mean when I say it's time to blame Canada. Let me explain. A Wisconsin brewing company created a new beer, and the name of the beer is Blame Canada. It was inspired by the wildfires that caused the smoke to billow all over the U.S. and all over the place over the early part of the summer. Anyway, G5 Brewing Company teamed up with fellow brewer Rocky Reef to create the IPA. The head brewer there at G5, Tim Goers, said that when it came to choosing a name for the new brew, the 1999 South Park the movie theme song came to mind. There was an anti-thematic song dance number, Blame Canada. They put it in the show. They were just basically making fun of Canadians on full display. How are sales? Well, let's just say it's caught on like the proverbial wildfire. Yeah, of all 12 available options, Blame Canada is the company's number 3 seller, and they haven't even had a full month of sales when that number came out. So apparently they've done well, just kind of, poking fun, having fun. It's all in good spirit, I think. I hope. Anyway, weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list, brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. Many experts are talking about how warm it's been lately, and many people are experiencing a lot of heat. So psychologist Christy Lee from a mental health support platform, Support Room, says while warm weather can make us happier, sweltering heat is linked to greater irritability. So here's some tips on how to keep your cool literally and figuratively. I've got a list here. Number 1, they say make your life easier. Avoid high afternoon heat. Stay hydrated. Invest in lighter sheets or a fan. Remember, getting enough sleep goes a long way in keeping your cool as well. Next one, be patient. You might be ready to snap at others, but remember, if you're feeling it, they're feeling it too. Try to be extra patient and lower your expectations of people until things cool off. Heidi, just lower your expectations of me. That's all. Another one, postpone meetings. When it's an important conversation or a routine check-in, either way, consider holding back on social meetings and just do this stuff when it cools down. And then the last thing on the list here is avoid big decisions. You might be prone to make a rash decision when you're hot and you're irritable. So they're saying if you can, put those things off. I've got the list in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Why did the chicken cross the road? To save money on insurance at InsuranceChicken.com. Do you have the best plan for you? Find out at InsuranceChicken.com. Let's face it, we don't even want insurance. We need it. But you don't need to overpay. Head over to InsuranceChicken.com to see your rates from several different companies. All available in one place at InsuranceChicken.com. The other guys have a gecko, a duck, and an emu. Why not a chicken? InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com. Quote today is from Jim Valdez, who says, "Cats are smarter than dogs. You can't get 8 cats to pull a sled through snow."
Okay.
That's funny. That's really funny. They're like, cats are like, I'm not doing that.
I wonder if he's related to Juan.
I don't. Oh, Juan Valdez. I see what you did there. Yeah, I don't know. Probably not. All right. Quote of the day comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. It comes your way courtesy of GenesisGoldIRA.com. And I think this is just an amazing story here. I love this story. Compassionate 8-year-old raising funds to offer homeless individuals a memorable day at the state fair. How cool is that?
That's pretty great.
She's 8. She's already making waves in the community, taking it upon herself to raise some money to help some people who are experiencing homelessness to attend the Tulsa State Fair. Got her mom helping. Lila Thomas launched a Fair Share new program, raising money to connect with the city's homeless. She came up with the idea after she was at the Tulsa parade. She said she saw somebody there who was homeless not having a good time, and it broke her heart. She said she wants everybody to experience the fun the city offers. I thought they might have a lot of fun at the fair, so I just thought of that idea, and I told my mom, and she said, it's a great idea. With Fair Share, people will be selected by recommendations from organizations that work closely with unhoused individuals. Caseworkers will also join them during the night at the fair. So I think that's kind of adorable.
It's pretty cute.
And there's a video on here. This young lady, it looks like they're at the fair. I don't know if that's the fair that they're at or if that's, I don't know. But there's like all kinds of stuff going on in the background. So that might be happening now. I don't know. I'm not really sure when the time frame on this is. But I think that's really adorable. 8-year-old kid sees that and says, you know what? What would be an awesome thing for this person? To go to the fair. I just think it's really
cute.
cool. All right. I've got a link to the story if you want to read it. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a wonderful Monday. Thank you so much for listening. I know there's a lot of options on things you can stick in your ear, and we appreciate the fact that you choose this station and the John and Heidi Show. We appreciate it a bunch. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Monday.